Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, another video. Hey, yo, they really released yet another center back, my dude. Yo, you guys want to see like a really funny? You guys want to see a really funny picture that someone like put on Twitter, like from Footwatch? No one is getting past my new squad. Look at all of these center backs, my dude. Kabak, Boateng, Hummels, Alaba, Zakaria, Pumacano, Konate. Kimmich, Hernandez, like just bro, there's so many Bundesliga center backs. Like, where are my Liga Noche center backs at, EA? We still need one, bro. We still don't even have one. We need one. And a right back. We don't even have a right back. We got like Alex Telles and Grimaldo as left backs, but we don't even have a right back. We need a right back, man, and a striker if you could. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing a review for Flashback Boateng today. We're looking at a player that is 6'4" with medium work rates, the right-footed with 2-star skill moves. Ooh, but he's got that 4-star weak foot, though. So that means I can actually play him in the left center back position, which I like a lot. So that's very nice. I like. Let's check out his actual stats. We're looking at 80 acceleration, 84 sprint speed. So obviously with the plus 15 for acceleration, plus 10 for sprint speed, it is the most ideal situation. Now, when it comes to center backs in FIFA, it's actually really nice when their acceleration is lower than the sprint speed because of the boost the shadow chemistry style gives these players, right? The plus 15, plus 10, very huge. Let's see if he has any shooting presence. Absolutely no shooting presence with 38 finishing, but does have the shot power, so hey, maybe from time to time you just want to wind up a shot, he might be able to score. Who knows, right? Passing ability is obviously there as well, which is a very beneficial thing to have because when you're at an angle, you don't have to take an extra touch to make sure that your pass is better. And that, with the 4-star weak foot, is a beautiful thing to have, obviously. Good vision and stuff, too, with 99 composure, right? Dribbling on the ball is going to be decent with this card as a center back because he has 70 agility, 66 balance. That's not the part that is like, whoa, right? Transitioning will be good with this card because transitioning in FIFA in general is really good. But it's obviously with the shadow increase in the card, that's when it's going to be a little better, right? But if you guys can take a look at the defensive stat increases that this card gets, he gets pretty significant stat increases in regards to the defensive base card stats that he has because with the shadow chemistry style, we're essentially looking at 99s for the center back area, right? So I think personally the Bundesliga, having Zakaria, having Konate, like those guys are sick, but this would be another good center back, right? If you give him a shadow chemistry style, just take a look at those defensive stats. You're looking at 97 heading accuracy with 96 interceptions, and everything else is 99, right? Physical presence, you don't have to improve, nor do you have to improve the stamina, because 74 stamina, the only time that's going to be super noticeable is when your player has to run back from the corner kicks, but 74 stamina is honestly more than enough for a center back. He's not really going to get tired that often, but I think the big thing with this card, right, is obviously the fact that he has that 99 composure. So using that with the strength that he has in game, because he has a pretty good stock in game, I believe they're going to call him, oh wow, see now this one, they actually called something even better than what it is for, I think it was Zakaria or Konate when I reviewed them. They literally called them high and stocky. So high and stocky is a very, very good body type to have in this game. So that, with his defensive stats being really, really good, physical stats being pretty decent for someone that is already 6'4" with a big stock, 99 strength, 95 acceleration, 94 sprint speed, you're obviously looking at a very, very good defender. So as we do center back reviews in the general sense, guys, we usually line it up like this. So I'll show you guys what is good. We usually line up with a 3-5-2. We could do pressure on heavy touch just to have more of a transition with the player in the general sense. We'll put a long ball, or no, fast build up so that they run up so we can have a better review for this card. And then what we're going to be doing is the general stuff, which is join the attack for the defenders. Don't worry about the positions of the other players. All we want is to be able to test out Boateng's transition. What is he like dribbling with the ball at his feet? All that kind of fun stuff. So let's get into a game, see how he plays. You guys know how I do the center back reviews. There's just some that I tell you guys that are just worth doing instantly because you can notice the presence that they have in game. With defenders, when they already have defensive stats like that, pace like that, you could already tell they're going to be pretty decent, right? What we have to see is how they mark players off the ball with their medium work rates. How do they dribble on the ball with pressure on them, so on and so forth, right? So even he has the two center backs that are chilling right here. So let's get into a game, see how he plays. Hopefully he's a beast.
Perfectly
So we obviously need to check it out without second man press and all that fun stuff. So let's see how he generally positions himself right now in the middle area. Transitions to a back four. We're on ultra attacking right now, so let's see what his tracking is like here. Okay, so he's moving out of the center back position, still marking that one guy, That's actually really good marking by him there, because he transitions to the left side there and then instantly goes into the middle. You notice that the off the ball movement that he was doing in the beginning of that transitioning play, if you switch to him, because of the angle that the attacker is facing, it's going to be really good for you to go and get that ball. So a lot of that was due to marking of the other player, but obviously in that situation, you don't want to switch to the other center back, right? So, okay, so again, he's marking Mateus Cunha with some defensive capabilities, really nice. But yeah, his marking so far is pretty decent. He's marking the right areas, because when you switch to some of these other players, right, in the general sense, you want to be able to select them and then go into the tackle instantly, which is the aim of these players, right? So you can see right here, keeps marking the middle guy. Let's see if he keeps marking Vardy. This is no second man press. Marks him really well, gets back into position quite nicely, gives him the shooting space, obviously, but in that position right there, him marking that general player and staying in that onside position is a very ideal situation, because once you see that transition being done, you would have to switch to that to block the middle area. You obviously have to do that yourself, right? Enterprising attacking play, but not quite enterprising enough. There we go. Let's see again. So no second man press right here. Again, this is a 3 at the back formation with Boateng playing as the center back. Staying in that onside position constantly. Didn't even do anything there, and he's marking the position really well. So that guy makes a really bad pass in that general area. Boateng's marking him really well, but the movement that he has so far with the other players is really good. So you can tell that he's definitely not a high-medium player. You can tell that he's not a high-medium player because he's not super aggressive in the general build-up play attacking-wise, but his marking in that area is really good, because the way that the players are moving around him is ideal to make a first-time tackle once you switch to them. So, yeah, it's pretty good so far. What we want to test here now is the actual transition with him. Let's see who he's like in the transitioning. So this is the L trigger shield, R trigger, and he's really good at doing it, to be honest with you. So you do notice the agility and balance being a little low for sure, but I think it is definitely good enough in the center back area because of his stock and just general physical capabilities to get the ball. Again, transitioning in FIFA is very different this year than it was in other years, because it was a big thing that they focus on gameplay-wise that just makes defenders really quick. Which is a problem with inconsistent gameplay when the gameplay is bad, because it makes your attackers dribble really bad in comparison to that. But when the gameplay is good, it's a very good balance between the two in regards to trying to attack. So, but yeah, so far he's pretty decent at that. Obviously need to experiment with a little bit more, but... I wouldn't be able to explain that to you, to be honest with you. Alright, see what his dribbling is like here. Shielding off of against the opposition here. He's absolutely massive. Look at him. His L-trigger shields dribbling is actually really responsive too, which is obviously perfect to have to be able to do stuff like that. So, yeah, the little partnership that he has with Zakaria is actually quite nice so far. Let's see if we can score a goal here right before the half. First time shot, Bailey with the shot, not too great there. Let's see if we can get a nice little near post corner right here, potentially, and we don't do a good cross. Yeah, so far in the center back area, like, he's obviously good. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. When it comes to center backs, you can definitely feel that presence instantly with the really good players, and I will say that Konate and Zakaria together is an absolutely filthy combo. And I think that with Konate getting the upgrade because of Red Bull Leipzig's recent victory against Spurs in the Champions League, that card specifically is going to get a super nice upgrade on him. So those two center backs, if I'm going to choose specifically for Bundesliga ones, would be the it factor. But Boateng is obviously... You know, they've obviously made him a very usable card nowadays, and he's obviously very good. It's just that I can feel that presence instantly with Konate and Zakaria. Those two together are just absolutely filthy. But for the most part, this card's doing okay. But yeah. Boateng with some physical presence. Nicely done. Obviously has the height. 81 jumping with his height is honestly already good enough, to be fair. So he's obviously going to win that ball really nicely. Nicely done. This team, by the way, guys, like Bailey, I wouldn't consider Bailey that great, to be honest with you. But generally speaking, this team, man, with whatever formation you use, their off-the-ball movement is absolutely brilliant. Oh, lets that go through his legs there, too. That's a little bit odd. Leon Bailey with the goal. Oh, that was a huge mistake. Nicely done, Boateng. Possession-based tackle as well. Alright, guys, so final verdict on Boateng's card. I think it's a pretty good center back, right? I think he plays kind of nice in game. I think it's very nice to have the 4-star weak foot with good passing, general good off-the-ball movement to defend against the defenders in general. He does, from time to time, feel a little strange, though. He makes some questionable decisions. Some of the the defending animations to let the ball go through the legs and stuff is not ideal. One of the goals that the dude scored against me, Boateng literally just stood there without an animation and the ball just went right through his legs from the second goal. Not sure if I got the highlights for that because I was like recording and not recording for the player review. But I think generally speaking with the shadow chemistry style, the pace boost was very helpful. The defending boost was very helpful. Agility and balance is noticeable in game, especially because of the fact that he's 6'4" with a very big stock in game. But he definitely makes up for it in regards to the composure being high, ball control and reactions being high. Dribbling itself was a little noticeable as well. Wasn't like super responsive, but with center backs, I mostly expect them to pass the ball well and just defend really well. Medium work rates are an okay work rate to have. And then obviously his physical presence was decent as well. For 196K, you can't really go wrong for a center back in Boateng that is a foot legend as well as a just good usable center back in the game. I will be completely honest with you guys. I do still prefer to use Konate and Zakaria in the team if I'm being completely honest. Though it's just the way that they defend in the game that I just prefer more. Like Zakaria's on another level, and I just feel like Konate, especially with that new upgrade that he's going to get since Red Bull Leipzig won their last game against Spurs. I don't know. I just think that card's going to be really sick. So I prefer those two. You can get this card for 200K if it's up to you in regards to sentimental value. And for a decent center back, I just think that I prefer to use Zakaria and Konate, as well as that other dude, I think it was like a Turkish center back from the Future Stars. I liked that card more than Boateng as well. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.